Shalom, and today we will be talking about that area that all of us have experienced, which is conflict. Now, we talked a little bit about this in the previous videos, and we talked about when you are in the midst of a discussion and a heated argument, that there is no one that is going to win that. What happens, you begin to one up another, but what's going on inside of the body is this. Your brain waves are in high beta, and it's a proven scientific fact that when our brain waves are in beta mode, high beta, that we are like that deer that is out in the field and a predator is right there up on them. There's nothing that a person can do except fight or flight. And that's why so many people want to one up, or they begin to shut down. And when you begin to shut down or fight, your emotions, your body is producing chemicals, and there's no resolving a problem. So we talked about how to bring those brain waves down. So today our focus is going to be that we want to work on resolving this conflict in the best way. And how do we do that? You see, the law of attraction comes into play here.
Boy, you're right on that, Dawn.
Whatever I am feeling on the inside, I don't want this, I don't like this, I don't like how you, and you fill in the blanks. With that going on the inside, you are sure to draw that very thing to you, which is the law of attraction. So Yana, today, I know you've got some great things to offer for people to use on how do they move from going from what we don't want to having what we really do want.
Well, you know, there's that old saying that practice makes better. And I've had a bit of practice on this, both for the good and, you know, a little trial and error there. But let me say this, Dar, what you set up and said is so perfect. Laws of attraction are everything. You see, a person carries a vibrational energy. And, you know, you can tell when a person walks in the room before they say or do anything, just by their energy, usually what emotional state they're in. If they're furious, can't you just feel that energy when they're around you? If they are filled with hatred or they're depressed, boy, you can feel that.
Yes.
Sometimes we have the saying, a mile away. Well, that's an exaggeration. But from 4 to 6 feet beyond us is where our energy extends. And the more I'm in negative thought and negative feelings, no matter justified or unjustified, because if you feel them, they're justified to the person. They may have very real reasons for feeling that. But the more that we're in that mindset, the more that those feelings are activated, the more that energy is radiating from us. Now, this is what happens in the laws of attraction. The universe doesn't respond to our words. The universe responds to our energy. So if I'm emitting all this negative energy, what does the universe bring me? Because that which is likened to itself is drawn. That's a law in physics. So if I'm emitting all this negative energy, what am I going to draw? More negative energy. And this is what happens. If I feel I'm not seen, I'm not heard, and I stay in that energy is emitted, I will draw experiences to me that will confirm that.
So good.
I'm actually creating the very thing I don't want because of that negative thoughts, which create negative feelings, which create negative energy, which can only attract negative energy.
It's good.
We have got to use some tools to change that. Now, you're going to want to stay tuned to the very end because I'm going to give you the big grand slam nuggets today. And throughout this month, we're going to continue teaching about how to move negative energy, how to come out of the place of being so affected by what people say and do, so that you can step back into the power of your life and begin to create the life that you dream of, the life that you know you've always wanted, the life that our Creator has for you. Well, let's begin with this step. This is really important. When you have stepped away and you're not arguing, because nothing ever works out when you argue except worse. People get more heated and more angry. Have you ever noticed that? I certainly noticed that about myself. But as we step away from that, and as you've moved that energy, got to move that energy with your breath. You're drawing it in to the top of your head. You put your intent here. You hold that breath here. And then you release it. And you do that for 5 to 10 minutes. Now this is your next step. Are you ready for this? Welcome every thought and feeling you're having. Yeah, all the negative ones, like I want to do something ugly to that person. I definitely want to say something ugly. Don't be mad. Don't push that away, because that is what you push away, you draw to you. And so we're going to welcome. You're just going to say this: I welcome all my thoughts and feelings. Do you know immediately, the minute you begin to do that, the power of the negativity begins to break apart? The minute you do that.
Does this mean, Yana, that as they welcome, or as we welcome that emotion in, we're not allowing it to get stuck?
That's
Is that
right.
what the purpose of this is?
It is. And to not be pushing against something. Because what you push against, you get more of.
Wow.
It's like this. If you are in the realm of lack, I don't have enough, you supply it. Love, attention, affection, money. Guess what you're going to draw? Things that confirm that. And so if I want to have those things, then I begin to see and feel, engage with what it feels like for that desire to be already met before it manifests. So back to this welcoming thing. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm not pushing against myself. I'm not mad at myself. I mean, I have legitimate reasons to feel these feelings and to have these thoughts. So instead of trying to get rid of all that, I mean, it's enough to get rid of the conflict, right? But we simply open our hands, and I literally do this. I open my hands and I welcome every thought and every feeling. I welcome, and here's number 2. I welcome the desire to fix and or change anything about this situation or about this person. I simply can do that. Welcome the desire that you feel to fix or change anything about the person or the situation. Let's go back to number 1 and just welcome all your feelings about the person and the situation. Now let's welcome any desire to fix or change that person or that situation. And now let's just let that go. Let's just let that go. And you may need to do this several times. Spend 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes just in these 2 steps.
It's as if it just passes right through you.
That's the point.
Wow.
Now here's the kicker. Are you ready for this?
Let's hear this one.
Here's the kicker. I choose, just for this moment, just for right now, I choose to allow that person to be exactly as they are. Now that may throw me back to number 1. But as I go from I welcome and allow all my thoughts or feelings, I just welcome them, all of them. And I welcome the desire that I have to change or fix anything about the situation or this person.
It's good.
And I can let that go now. Just for this moment, I let that go. And just for this moment, I allow that person to be exactly as they are. And I allow myself to be just as I am.
It's good.
I allow and welcome the freedom to be me, apart from them. Now, this is important too. I welcome the desire that I have to be close to that person, or to be understood by that person.
It's good.
I welcome and allow the separation. I welcome the thought and feeling that they can be completely themselves. And I welcome and allow that I can be completely myself.
That's so good.
You will find the power of that problem breaking apart and dissipating. And just for now, I choose to let it go.
That's good.
This is perhaps one of the most powerful tools that we have to move from the place of conflict to the place of peace. And what we'll find
That's good.
when we free the other people to be exactly as they are without having to make any changes, we free ourselves from having to do the work to make them change or to help them change.
So good.
We free ourselves, and now we can come back to the place of peace and just let it be.
That's so good.
These are important tools. And I am so excited as we look forward to the next 2 teachings this month. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, and they've been helpful to you, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and know that we are thrilled to be a part of helping you reclaim your life and to know how to move through conflict, for conflict to have a resolve within you.
That is so good, Yana. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this teaching today, or this short lesson today. And we just appreciate you so much. And we look forward to seeing you the next time. Together we are
The Hebrew Sisters.
and we say
Shalom.